Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Love. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Newman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hurry, hurry! You're right.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Over! Check! 4 down! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's White. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
From the end zone, Love. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Strong right.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
John Simon in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
12.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Completes it to Benjamin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let it roll. 12. We got 12. Let it roll.
On second down, here's Love. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. And the Ravens have got it. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailbacks, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And down he'll go at the 25. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On second down, Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
You're over here.
Flacco looking for his first toss. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. The ball comes out, but a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, Darkwa. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
11 feet. 5, 6, 2, 2. Check 24.
Back to throw, Love. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete, right side to Benjamin. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. A first scoring update now from Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go play action here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be fielded at the 6. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Lucky 56.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Newman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now they'll run on the draw. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Locke. Going right side here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Darkwa. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Steps away to his left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Go. 12. Gone right. 11B.
From the gun, here's Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Newman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
51.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returning, it's Benjamin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Love. He's got it to Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Wrong. 11
To throw on 2nd down is Love. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Luck on first down. And his pass incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
But last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Man open left side is Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Luck now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
12.
Throwing is Love. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
11 Z. Tempo. 11 Z.
Out of the gun, Luck. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run with Darkwa. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they will take a knee here. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.